Wayne Dyer said that when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. This is not just imaginal or conceptual. This is actually the way things work. That is mental alchemy. That is mental transmutation. Because when you're looking at something the same way for such a long time, it begins to stick. And to see it change is impossible because it's so embedded in your mind and in your belief. And even it starts to affect your self-concept because you become the person who experiences this particular thing in this particular way. So when you are actually molding the clay, when you're using that mental transmutation, then you can actually start seeing things change. And you have to start seeing things differently in order for them to start to change. It's a very simple concept. It's just that as humans, we're not really allowed, past childhood really, to see things that way. And sometimes in childhood, we're not even allowed to see things that way. But that's why it says you must become as a child. Keep it light. Know that you play in your imagination, and that is what actually is going to result in. That's the thing that happens. We stop it usually, and we think, "Oh, this is just imagination and play." But when we get off that playground or get out of that little play area, that play state, then we're just back to reality now. That's actually not what's happening. When you realize that everything is flowing into each other, your imaginal state, everything you're doing in your imagination is planting the seed for what you're going to experience in physical manifestation. So what are you thinking about? And how are you looking at the things that you're looking at? Because when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.